But what I found with a lot of younger cats, not GSol per se, but just sort of this sort of angst about needing perfection before they get stuff out to the world.
So this goes back to the second thing I was trying to say earlier about sort of major shifts that kind of formed GSol. And that was, I went to this Indian spiritual ritual in which you had to, it was a new moon ritual, and you had to make a promise for that lunar cycle that you would uphold. And I can't remember if I was toying with the idea where it popped up, but in my mind, I saw the idea of recording in stereo, which basically meant not tracking. And when you record it in stereo, you can't go back and change it. So it's like, you're you know, this is what you look like naked.
Yeah, but I kind of dig that, because that's I don't think I ever recognized that. I would just assume you'd be in mono, but I guess you can't, you know, you'd just be in stereo now, because back in the day, the Charlie Parker records, there'd be flubs on those records. There's nothing you could do about it. And then you have the multi,
exactly.
You know, but the idea of the multi-track.
We were choosing to do it that way.
Explain why.
In order to, it's basically like, you know, this is what you look like naked in the mirror, and this is what you look like naked, like every day, like, you know, 10 times a day when we were recording music. We're just recording and recording and recording. We're just constantly having to see what we look like in the mirror. There's no escaping it. There's no saying, oh, when we get into the studio, we'll do it like this. It's just, this is what we sound like.
I love it. I fucking love it.
And because of that, it was a way of conquering the fear that comes in when you have sort of multi-tracking and you think you're trying to get everything perfect. You're hesitant to do anything. You know, it sort of countered that by being like, you know, either you get it in this moment or you didn't get it. And
so at the Indian prayer service, you got a vision or you promised yourself you were going to record in stereo. This is the greatest story ever, as opposed to multi-tracking.
Yeah, for a month I was doing that. And because I had been multi-tracking of like where, you know, I'd do 50 takes of a guitar solo. I'd, you know, redo the bass 30 times, move parts of the bass from here to, like the way most songs are done nowadays. Like,
sure.
It's, you know, lots of looping, all kinds of, you know, moving things around. So I was sort of countering that with some sort of authentic path in which with a stereo, I have no option but to just play it well in the moment.